Protests have been raging across Europe against last week's signing of a new copyright treaty which enforces intellectual property law on the internet. Opponents say the international ACTA document enforces censorship and is a violation of human rights. Sanders RT's Tom Barton reports more demonstrations are expected over the weekend.
The streets may be snowy, but here in Sweden the heat is being turned up in that most modern of political debates surrounding internet freedom. Protests have been called here in the capital as part of a wider reaction in Europe and the US against laws perceived to infringe on the public's access to the internet. The target this time, ACTA, the anti-counterfeiting trade agreement signed by countries around the world. The people behind the law point out that it's important to try and protect the copyright of the people who make music, who make video, and distribute it around the world.
If you say, well, everything should be free, well, perhaps no one will write any books or produce music or films, etc. Or anyway, perhaps not, it wouldn't disappear, but it will be much less because it's not profitable anymore.
Those against it say it's a wolf in sheep's clothing, a way for governments to control their access to the internet, and that it was held in secret, that it was designed to be very punitive to those found breaching copyright rules.
The next generation has grown up with the ability to say anything to anybody else on the planet, to let ideas battle it out for themselves, to have a freedom of speech never before imagined. We don't need to ask anybody's permission to present new ideas, and all of a sudden corporations want to take that away because it inconveniences them. And millions of young people are rising up in anger.
The formation of pirate parties, not just here in Sweden, but elsewhere in Europe, is evidence of how high the status of those internet freedom campaigners has risen. And there's politics not just in the European Parliament, but also on the streets. Internet freedom campaigners are urging people to put their views across before the European Parliament votes on this in June, to try and stop the legislation before it's made. But whether it's done in parliaments and in political boardrooms or on the street, few expect this to be a calm debate.